sex education in school has changed a lot, hasn't it? I mean, it used to be,
Yeah.
I remember in my day, and I'm 6 million years old, so I'm showing my age here, but in my day it was like very mechanical and biological, which probably in
Right.
itself was bad because that diminished the important, the seriousness of it. And I went to a Catholic school, so you would think that they would be teaching some of the spiritual side of things. But these days it's like extraordinarily graphic. I was my children went to a British international school when I was living abroad. And they had the British curriculum, and when I heard one of the parents of the older kids saying, what they were learning in year 9 about human sexual behaviour and certain practices, I was aghast. And I've never considered myself to be particularly prudish. So
right, no, same.
Yeah. What is going on?
Yeah, I mean,
there?
it's really disturbing. I mean, I don't know what I can say on Australian television.
You can say anything
Maybe
on
you'll
this show.
just okay, good. All right, good.
Yep.
I
would just put a warning out there that if people want to jump forward about 3 minutes, they can.
I will say if you have children in the room, skip 45 seconds. They're teaching children as young as kindergarten here about masturbation,
right.
About how to optimize self-pleasure, and they're teaching this
how to optimize.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
In
kindergarten.
At kindergarten. Okay.
Yeah.
That's completely inappropriate.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, but it's the logical.
About it is fine, or about it in general. I don't know about optimizing it, but that's one thing.
I mean,
but
it's
children
it's
at that age.
Yeah, it's the logical conclusion of this ideology. If a child can decide their sexual identity and their gender identity, why can't they enjoy it? Why can't they experience the whole breadth of human sexuality at that age if they're able to change and decide their sexual and gender identity?
Wow. Okay.
And it's,
so it's the one thing leads to another type.
Yeah, it's a very slippery slope, and I think it ends up with the normalization of pedophilia, and how the left is messaging it. They're putting it into euphemisms, which is what they do. They're deeming it minor attracted persons. That's a pedophile, and it's just
sorry. What is that?
Kind of sexuality.
Minor
attracted persons.
Okay, so that's a normalization right there.
Yeah. And so we're seeing that in academia a great deal, and what happens in American academia eventually trickles down. That was how transgender ideology and gender theory began, was in American academia by absolute nut jobs, to be totally frank, and it eventually becomes normalized and trickles down, and we're going to see that. There's no doubt about it, because there are no guardrails left. If children can decide their sexual identity and their gender identity at 5 years old, which is something that they wholeheartedly posit, then why can't they enjoy their sexuality? Why can't they utilize it?
Right.
If age is but a number, and they don't have to be of a certain age to consent to any number of these medical procedures, why do they have to be of an age to consent to sexual encounters?
Right. Yeah. So you see where this is what you're pushing back against, right? It's this.
Yeah. I mean, this is the logical conclusion, and I mean, it's happening in American academia already. The term already exists: minor attracted persons.